We have our entrepreneurs, Heather Carter and Colin Cates, are going to talk about Out of the Box.
Thank you so much. Welcome and good morning. I feel like this is the most amazing opportunity. We've only been here for 9 months, and we were recommended to this group by a fellow entrepreneur, Steve Miner, who has 4 chiropractic organizations in this town, and he said, come on down and show your stuff. So this is our 3rd time here, and we get to present, and we are so excited at the end of this to get everybody's advice and critique. So, out of the box. My name is Heather Carter, and this is Colin Cates, my partner, and we are truly out of the box. We are a meal prep and catering company, and our goal is to provide the most fresh ingredients we can and craft those into amazing little boxes of love, of nutrition that we give to people, and to exceed their expectations with our service. So we believe in wholesome nutrition. One of the things that is missing from our country, honestly, and that you can't replicate with IT or anything else, is nutrition. Nutrition has become processed, it's become fast, it's become cheap. None of those things should go into your body, and we believe that our service bridges the gap between your busy lifestyle and what you deserve, which is phenomenal nutrition. So who is out of the box? My name is Heather Carter. I graduated from college in 1992, which seems like forever ago, with an English degree, which I summarily put into a drawer and never used again, except to speak, I guess, and went on to be a serial entrepreneur. I owned 4 Mary Maids franchises and quickly learned that employees are quite interesting, sold those, moved on to Texas, and really found my true calling and passion in the culinary arts, started to cater in Texas, and built a prosperous catering business there, moved to Virginia, and continued my catering service there, really honed my skills on profitability, and found that catering is typically about 33% profitability, which is actually really amazing. After that, I was moved to Alamogordo, New Mexico, yay, right? Looked on a map and went, what the... All right, never thought that I'd find a niche there, but honestly, that was the niche that was needed. Moved to Alamogordo and started catering there, became the White Sands preferred caterers, did Transformers 2 for 6 months, have done pretty much every publication I can think of, Women's Health, Cosmopolitan, Vogue, everybody shoots down in Alamogordo, and started to hone my craft better down there. Did the F-22 and Lockheed Martin catering, brought in 900 people for that night, and I was over $150,000, which was kind of cool, in a very small, tiny little town. And then I was talked into something called a restaurant. Yay! So went into a restaurant, very profitable, 33%, and soon found out that employees and overhead will put you right at around 9 to 11%, right? Did that for 9 years, 10 years, and in that, had always been a runner, had always been an athlete, got injured, and was forced into the gym, where I met my companion and partner, Colin, as he was my personal trainer, and at that time started doing meal prep.
So my name is Colin. My background is in personal training, fitness, and then I also was in the Air Force, public affairs specialist. So I wrote stories, took photos, community relations, things of that nature. So when I got out of the Air Force in 2015, I already had a relationship with Heather from our training background, and the evolution, the idea of meal prepping. So we'd already do it in our personal life since we knew meal prepping was a very important part of our goals and our fitness. And the idea of providing to other people. We were very passionate about the idea of giving people the opportunity to experience meal prep. So we thought the best way to go into our market would be people we were familiar with, athletes and fitness-minded people. We had a great opportunity to work with gyms, really able to establish our credibility and our influence on those people. Now, Alamogordo is about 30,000 people, so small demographic, and even more so small, the people who are like-minded fitness enthusiasts. So that was one of our struggles, but we had an awesome opportunity to find out our volume and also be able to create that opportunity for people to experience, like I said, our meal prep. We had phenomenal results. We saw people who were able to lose weight or obtain their goals through putting on more muscle mass, and we had a phenomenal feedback from people of our food integrity, their experience. They feel like they had a personal chef. They could really be special and know that their goals were taken care of from our standpoint of food, since your body pretty much is a machine, and what you put into your body is how that machine is going to perform. Some of our, also things that we were maintaining our profitability. It's a big part of obviously a business, but also, like I said to you earlier, volume was always a concern. With a small demographic, it's a hard thing to create that constant service. So you see some of our obstacles. My background in being a personal trainer in nutrition, I just fear nutrition is everyday knowledge. Everyone knows about macronutrients and proper portion control and what your body is, and a lot of people don't understand that at all. So one of our biggest hurdles was tell people what nutrition is, why it's so important, what it gives to your body. You really are a representation of what you eat, and that's one of our biggest things. I would love to go into schools to tell kids about what a protein, a carb, and a fat is, how that assimilates in your body, really what that is for your body and how it's going to operate the best. And some other obstacles were reordering. Even your most strong-willed, diligent person still had to be reminded and see the value of something like this. And then shipping. There's a multitude of companies out that are doing meal prep, and a lot of them are doing shipping, and we spent a lot of time and energy realizing that was something that was just already very saturated, and it wasn't worth our endeavors to go along that path and figure out the logistical part. And so we made a big research evaluation, realizing that we need to make a change, not only in our platform, but also in our location. So it came about the idea to move to Albuquerque.
So in January of this year, 2017, we packed lock, stock, and barrel, and I sold our business down there. We still have a couple of commercial properties, and just decided to make the leap to Albuquerque without any R&D, nothing like that. Had no idea what anybody was doing up here. We just thought we'd just package up our cute little thing and bring it up here. Came up here in January, and honestly, serendipitously, we were at a dog park with our out-of-the-box stuff on. Somebody came up to us, said, "Do you cater?" And we booked 2 movies. So, and I'm not, right? So we were looking at the signs, the burning bush and Moses and the whole thing, and we did 2 back-to-back very lucrative movies and went, well, is that what we should do up here? We hadn't even started marketing out of the box up here. We were wondering, should we go to gyms? Should we try to just market to people that need to have lunches, right? This isn't just food for athletes, this is food for everybody. And then in our location, we're down on 8th and Silver. We met several different business people that talked to us a little bit about ketogenesis, right? So what is happening in the United States right now is obviously there's a new and ever exciting diet on any given day. Right now it's ketogenesis, right? So ketogenic meals where you're burning fat, not carbs. It is a highly fat, so it's 75% fat, 20% protein, and then about 5%, 25, anyway, that all adds up, I'm sure, 5% carbohydrate. And right now in Albuquerque, there's nobody doing these meals. Not one. So all of the meal prep companies up here, and we are all about inclusion. We're all about everybody gets a piece of the pie, and there are meal prep companies up here right now that are associated with gyms. There are meal prep companies up here that have a brick and mortar building where people can come and get their meals. And as I spoke about with my sour taste in the restaurant business, I'm not so sure that is what I want to do, is have an actual establishment where I have to staff it. However, ketogenic meals allow us to be at the cusp and at the forefront of this. One of the things in that, and I know you're going to say, what are fat bombs? These are what fat bombs are. They're phenomenal. They're typically 12 to 17 grams of fat, and for people that are trying to be in ketosis during the day, these are essential. No one in the United States is shipping these right now. Not one. You can go and Google fat bombs. They'll give you recipes, but no one is shipping them. So this is a niche that we feel that we can meet. I already know how to do them. I already know the profitability, and what we're looking for right now is how we flash freeze them, because they're mostly coconut butter and that kind of wonderful fat, so they melt pretty quickly in room temperature. The next is the El Vado. I don't know if any of you are familiar with what's going down there on Central. As you turn toward the biopark, the El Vado Hotel has been completely redesigned. An amazing human being, Chad. I can't think of his last name. last name? Chad from Oregon Washington has come down, put in a tremendous amount of money, and he would like us to have our own food pod there. So part of us is wondering whether we should do that or just be involved with the South Valley Economic Development Center and just showcase our meals there. And then, of course, we have catering opportunities. We're doing a big wine dinner out in Corrales in a couple of weeks. So I guess today, what we want to talk about is our focus, because apparently we don't have a lot of it. We are like dogs going squirrel, 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 which is not a bad thing, but as we move forward with our marketing dollars and our limited supply of energy, we have these incredible opportunities. And today, we would just like to know from y'all what you think we should do. So thank you so very much for your time. Can't wait to hear what you guys have to say.